Hello everyone, I welcome you back into another episode of the Fantasy Fans Talk, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, Game Week 20 is done and we are looking forward to Game Week 21. It ends with the Reds beating up Tottenham 3-1, and that was very good for managers having Mane and Trent Arnold. So as usual, we are going to be looking at how my team performed for Game Week 20, and then after we shall be looking at how we are lining up for Game Week 21. To start with, in goal, I had Nick Pope getting me 3 points against Aston Villa. And that was not so disappointing, putting into consideration that the man got me just 11 points the last game week. And then in my defense, I had Cancelo, Justin, and Robin Diaz. And wow, Cancelo was so outstanding here. He gets 17 points, makes an assist, scores 1 goal, and he gets up with the clean sheet, and on top of that he gets bonus points. Here, when you look at Cancelo, he has tried to do this often, but then the players that he has been trying to create for were not really converting his assists. That would be assists, but then this game he comes and he does the work very well. Justin elsewhere gets me on 1 point. On top of that, you got a yellow card and he gets only 1 point. Then Diaz gets 6 points on a clean sheet. And yeah, when you look at my defense, it was not so disappointing apart from Justin. And then my midfield, I had Bruno Fernandes, Mohamed Salah, Soucek, and Gundogan. And Bruno Fernandes and Mohamed Salah were the worst and the biggest disappointment in my defense, getting me only 4 and 2 points. Yeah, when you look at these two play, okay, when you look at Bruno Fernandes, he really looks so tired. I'm actually thinking of taking him out or benching him for the coming game week against Arsenal. But then we shall be looking at that shortly. Then in the same midfield, I had Soucek and Gundogan, and these guys really produced very good, nice points for me. Soucek being outstanding, and I was so happy. He scores 2 goals, and yeah, that's what any other manager would want to see on his team. The same thing goes to Gundogan. He scores also 2 points and 2 goals, and yeah, I was so happy with these two guys' performance. When you look at also my attacking and the scoring line, I had Antonio, Bamford, and Hurricane. Yeah, Antonio makes an assist, and at the end of the day he gets 5 points. And I was not so disappointed. Yeah, an assist is enough for me from Antonio, putting into consideration that he got me over 18 points the previous game week. The other big disappointment is Bamford blanking for over his last 3 games. No assist, no goal. For a striker, that was really very disappointing, but he got me only 1 point. Hurricane, the other side, gets 1 point. Yeah, Hurricane got injured in the first half of the game, and it was better to first take him out. When you look at Hurricane right now, he has only 25% chances of playing. I'm even thinking of what I can do about it. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I get 69 points in game week 20, and yeah, I think I'm above average. Yeah, and I'm happy about that mark. Not so bad. So when you look at how I'm going to be lining up for game week 21, this is what I have to say. Hurricane having just 25% chances of playing. By the time I've made this video, it's just after the game. I'm going to be looking at Hurricane until tomorrow, till the deadline, and see if at all he can get back to 75% chances of playing. Then probably I will leave him in. But then if he goes with this, I'll have to think of any other striker. In case you have Hurricane and you want to take him out, you can look at some other strikers. You can see Watkins performed in his last 2 games. Yeah, such a guy would be a good replacement, though they are going to be playing Southampton. Yeah, Southampton is a bit defensive, but we've seen Watkins. Yeah. Then in my midfield, I'll be continuing with my midfield. Okay, when you look at this midfield, yeah, by the time I've made this video, guys, I have to say this, I'm still thinking about Bruno Fernandes and Mohamed Salah. Bruno Fernandes is playing Arsenal, and Arsenal of late, they are trying to improve, yeah, and on top of that, they're at home. So I'm thinking of either selling out Bruno Fernandes and bring in Son, who is going to play against Brighton, and also Mohamed Salah. Guys, too much frustrating. In over his last 5 games, he has failed to produce anything, no assist, no goal. Yeah, so it's really becoming so hard for me to continue with these 2 players, so expensive on my team, and they are not producing any points. Then if by the time I think by the time I'll reach the deadline, I would have made up my mind for who exactly to go for between Mohamed Salah, Bruno Fernandes, and Harry Kane. I'll take out any of them depending on the situation. Harry Kane is injured, and the 2 are not really performing to their expectations in the last about 4 games. So the other good replacements, you could look at guys from Leicester, like I said last time, the Harvey Barnes, the Thelmans, and I really want to just warn you guys on rushing for Maddison. Yeah, a lot of managers last week rushed for Maddison, and look what happened, only 2 points. So guys like Harvey Barnes, Leicester, like I said some time back, they are playing Leeds, and Leeds is a team that really opens up, trying to prove a point against big teams, and yeah, they can take in goals from Leicester. We've seen Leicester play, they're at home. All that gives us an advantage of bringing in a player from Leicester. But then as it stands right now, I'm going with my same team, having Nick Pope in goal, Cancelo, Justin, and Diaz. Yeah, when you look at my defense, actually I'm not so worried, apart from Nick Pope against Chelsea, an away game. Yeah, that one is a little bit challenging, but the advantage with Nick Pope is that even when he doesn't make a clean sheet, he really makes good saves, and at the end of the day, you can get points because of that. Then my midfield still stands with Bruno Fernandes, Mohamed Salah, Soucek, and Gundogan. Gundogan against Sheffield, Soucek against Liverpool, Mohamed Salah against West Ham and Arsenal for Bruno Fernandes. I think I'm okay with that. As I've said, I'm thinking of these 2 guys who to take out for a Leicester player. Then my attacking line, we still have Antonio, Bamford, and Harry Kane. If Harry Kane doesn't really get better, I'll have to rethink. Like I've said, I'm going to be looking at this guy till the last point. Yeah. So my captain still, there are a lot of guys to captain here. I really wanted to captain Harry Kane. It's one of the reasons actually I brought him for this game week, but unfortunately we can see now he has only 25% chances of playing. So when you look at Mohamed Salah, now that today he has really tried to score, he has had a few chances, and he tried to convert within those two few chances. So when you look at him against West Ham away, and West Ham has conceded goals, I know their defense, having Criswell, Kuffour, is a little bit hard to break, but then Liverpool, I think they need to get back to their point. The other player you can think of to captain could still be Gundogan. Like I said, Gundogan was a good differential last game week, and he really performed very well against Sheffield. The problem with Sheffield, this is not a team which can concede a lot of goals, yeah, as they are on top or at the bottom of the table. At the end of on top of that, they can at least defend, yeah, so they don't concede a lot of goals. So that one also puts us a little bit away from Gundogan. But if you have players from Leicester, then you can go for them. I'm sure Leeds is going to open up, and yeah, Leicester can beat these guys. If you have players from Chelsea, you can also go for them as for captain. If you have players from Tottenham, in case you have Son or Hurricane, when Hurricane gets back, he has just a few days, just one day. It's only tomorrow when you have to be monitoring Hurricane, and if he doesn't really get well, you have to get a solution. In case you have Son, you can go for him. Yeah, those are some of the captain contenders for this game week. Myself, I haven't made up my mind for who to go for. Like I've said, I still have to look at these two guys at the same time, Hurricane, and then after I'll make up my mind and I'll choose one of those players that I've talked about. So with that said, I thank you guys for listening. I want to just remind you to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on anything that we shall be posting here at the channel. Thank you very much.